I want to speak to you about one of my favorite topics, BigCommerce. And in today's conversation, I'm going to review one of the best e-commerce platforms available right now. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing splendid. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to review BigCommerce and I want to take an in-depth look at some of the best features, the best parameters you have with one of the best e-commerce solutions currently available. So we have about 20 elements in today's review, so we are going to jump right into it. Number one, let me give you an overview here. BigCommerce is basically a paid-for, hosted e-commerce solution that allows business owners to set up an online store and sell their products on the web. Hosted means what? It means that BigCommerce runs on its own servers. So the cool thing here is that you don't have to buy web hosting or install anything on your computer to use it. As long as you have access to a web browser and the internet, which I believe everybody does these days, right? You can build and manage your store from anywhere. It's a software as a service, an SaaS product, which means that you don't own the software but pay a monthly fee to use it. And the product comes from, they come with a range of customizable templates to help you design your online store. So you can use it to either sell physical or digital goods. And there are also some tools provided to help you market your store. So compared to Squarespace, for example, BigCommerce is mainly aimed at people who don't have sophisticated web design skills. But the cool thing here is that the service is also great for more tech-savvy users and developers who can tweak the HTML and CSS of their online stores as well. And what about prices? BigCommerce offers 4 monthly pricing plans, which are shown on the screen right now. So you have BigCommerce Standard, $29.95 per month. You have a BigCommerce Plus, $79.95 per month. BigCommerce Pro, $299.95 per month, and you have BigCommerce Enterprise. Here, the pricing varies depending on your business requirements. A 10% discount is available for the Plus and Pro plans if you pay annually for them, and a 15-day free trial is also available. And the Standard, Plus, and Pro plans are aimed at individuals and small businesses and are part of the company's Essentials range of products. And the Enterprise plan is geared more towards larger businesses and corporations and users with very high bandwidth and advanced selling requirements. Let's talk about the core selling features here, folks. And as you'll see below, and I'll show you this on the screen right now, the one thing we have seen in our analysis here is that the exact features you get with BigCommerce depend on the plan you opt for. But important features that are common to all plans include a choice of 12 free templates, the ability to sell an unlimited number of physical or digital goods in categories of your choosing and using shipping rates of your choosing. This is very important to say because a lot of folks think that with BigCommerce, you have to sell physical goods only. No, they actually welcome both physical and digital goods. You also have a drag and drop page builder, very cool. You have integration with PayPal and a wide range of payment gateways without additional transaction fees being involved. You have unlimited staff accounts, full content management, CMS functionality, search engine optimization features, SEO, automated image optimization using Akamai Image Manager. You have integration with several email marketing services. Here I'm speaking about Constant Contact, iContact, MailChimp, and Inspire. They were thinking about adding Sendinblue also to the list. I don't know if they've done it already, but yeah, you have discount coupons and gift vouchers, pretty cool. And you have product review functionality and the ability to tweak CSS and HTML as desired. As I said, if you have a knack for designing websites on the advanced spectrum of things, on the advanced side of things, you will love the ability to tweak CSS and HTML as desired with BigCommerce. And you also have professional reporting. So this comprehensive constellation of features is fairly unique when it comes to online store builders. And this a lot of similar online store builders require you to upgrade to more expensive plans or install paid for apps to access several of the above features that I just mentioned. And this means that BigCommerce arguably offers considerably more bang for the buck than many competing products at its entry-level monthly plan, what I just mentioned, the $29.95 per month. That said, you can unlock additional functionality in BigCommerce by paying more. Okay, so let's just drill down into the key differences between each BigCommerce plans. So I will talk about that in the next section, but what I want to say here is that you also have the ability to upload files and also have custom fields. Okay, so merchants who need to capture text to complete an order, for example, jewelers who need personalized text for an engraving, or printers who need their customers to supply a cheap bag or logo for a t-shirt, they will find BigCommerce's approach to custom field and file uploads really good. So now let's just compare the service plans as I promised you. So you have the BigCommerce Standard, you have the BigCommerce Plus, you have the BigCommerce Pro, and then you have the BigCommerce Enterprise. Let's go through each of them very, very quickly here. As you would expect, how much functionality you get from BigCommerce depends on how much you are prepared to pay for it. That makes sense, right? Each plan offers a distinct constellation of features, which I'm going to go through right now. So BigCommerce Standards, this is the cheapest offering. It will cost you $29.95. This is roughly the same price as Shopify, Volusion, and Squarespace's entry-level e-commerce plan. That said, it is in general a much more comprehensive starter plan than any of this, the Volusion, the Shopify, and Squarespace, because it provides a standalone online store, the ability to sell an unlimited number of products, unlimited bandwidth, unlimited file storage, unlimited staff accounts, gift cards, ratings and reviews functionality, multi-currency selling, point of sale functionality, because this lets you use a BigCommerce store to selling a physical location. This is pretty cool, the POS. You have professional reporting, automatic image optimization, and AMP, accelerated mobile pages functionality. This is pretty cool. And then you have the BigCommerce Plus. So in addition to the core functionality that you find in the standard plan, it has an abandoned cart saver tool, a persistent cart. This saves products to a customer's cart irrespective of device use. You have stored credit cards and customer grouping and segmentation. The annual sales limit for BigCommerce Plus is $180,000. Okay, it's very important to know. And then you have BigCommerce Pro. So the next plan up in the mix is BigCommerce Pro. With this plan, you don't get a huge amount of extra functionality over BigCommerce Plus, but you do get a significantly increased sales limit. This permits up to $400,000 in online sales with an additional fee of $150 per month per $200K in sales. And one extra feature which is worth drawing attention to on this plan is the Google Customer Reviews, a program that lets you collect and display feedback from users who have made a purchase from your online store. And if you have enabled the Google Customer Reviews, once a customer buys a product from your BigCommerce store, they will be asked if they would like to review it on Google after it's been delivered. And then you have the BigCommerce Enterprise. So this is the top of the top. Okay, with this you have extra features, things like advanced product filtering, price list, unlimited API calls, and BigCommerce API application program interface allows developers to share data between your store and other apps. You have BigCommerce consulting, account management, and priority support. So this is pretty cool. Let's talk about transaction fees and sales limits. So as I've said, I think I kind of mentioned it earlier, but I want to elaborate a little bit here. A question which many potential BigCommerce users ask is, how much of a cut of my sales are they going to take? Well, the good news is it's very simple. There are no transaction fees on any BigCommerce plan. Let me repeat that. There are no transaction fees on any BigCommerce plans. This is in marked contrast to its key competitors. However, you do have to pay credit card transaction fees to the company you select to process payments. This will depend on the payment gateway you use. And so the bad news, as mentioned earlier, is that BigCommerce places a limit on your annual online sales. So these limits are as follows. So BigCommerce Standard, $50,000. BigCommerce Plus, $180K. BigCommerce Pro 400K, and BigCommerce Enterprise, it's negotiable. If you are on the BigCommerce Pro plan, you can increase the sales limit by paying $150 per month for every additional $200,000 in sales. Okay, and so the question is, which BigCommerce plan represents the sweet spot? It really depends on you, but based on our research, the best value BigCommerce plan is the $79 per month, the Plus plan, because by paying $50 per month more than the entry-level plan, you gain access to features that in most contests will help you to sell considerably more products. An abandoned cart saver, this is essential, right? You have persistent cart and credit card storing. So long as you have a reasonably good flow of traffic to your site, these features will easily pay for themselves. And although it's really something you have to think about, and although we prefer not to see sales limit on any of the BigCommerce plans, the sales limit for this one is reasonably high, $180,000. So that's pretty cool. And what about the payment gateways here? With BigCommerce, there are two ways. There are two ways to accept credit card payments in BigCommerce. The simplest things to do is to use the default payment option for BigCommerce. This is the PayPal powered by Braintree. Doing so makes for a very easy payment gateway setup and gives you preferential PayPal rates for credit card transactions, which decrease as you go up BigCommerce's price ladder. So BigCommerce Standard 2.9% plus 30 cents, BigCommerce Plus 2.5% plus 30 cents, BigCommerce Pro 2.2% plus 30 cents, and BigCommerce Enterprise 2.2% plus 30 cents, or lower, actually depending on what you negotiate. And these fees can be lower in other countries. For example, in the UK, you're looking at rates of 1.55% to 1.85% depending on the plan. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another session of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. I'm still reviewing here BigCommerce. I'm giving you an in-depth review here, and I want to talk to you now about criteria number 7 in this review: templates. BigCommerce offers a reasonably good selection of responsive templates that you can use for the design of your online store. There are 12 free BigCommerce themes and around 150 paid themes, and each theme contains a number of different variants, so there is quite a lot to choose from. Okay, so this is really something you have to think about. The free themes on offer are contemporary, professional in appearance, and they provide a good starting point for building an online store. However, a few of them are very similar to each other. This is a particular issue with the free themes. Although there are technically 12 available, it feels more like there are actually 5 or 6 based on our calculation. Okay, this means that in the theme department, BigCommerce does not provide quite so much bang for buck as other solutions like Shopify, which provides 9 very distinct free themes with 2 to 3 variants of each, and Squarespace, which provides around 115 bundled themes. So to extend your options here, you can consider purchasing one of the paid for BigCommerce themes. They are fairly reasonably priced based on our view. They start out at $150 and they go up to $300. Occasionally you can pick one at a discounted rate. All right, this is pretty cool. And what about the product variants and categories? A particularly strong feature of BigCommerce is the way it handles product variants. Unlike its rivals Shopify, for example, which only allows you to present users with 3 product options without resorting to coding or paying for third-party apps, BigCommerce's product options and product rules allow you to create a very large number of product options, up to 250. Think about it, folks. This is fantastic. Up to 250. And its product variant limit of 600 versions of your items is also very generous if you think about it. By comparison to other leading platforms, Shopify and Squarespace's equivalent limit is $100. So if you are, let's say, if you are selling products that come with a lot of different formats, guess what? BigCommerce may be a particularly good option. All right. So we're actually showing you right now on the screen how those things look like in terms of the variants. And you also have the abandoned cart saver feature. I mentioned it earlier, but I want to really dig a little deeper here. A BigCommerce feature worth singling out for praise its abandoned cart feature. It's arguably one of the best out there. The tool allows you to create up to 3 automated emails to site visitors who go part of the way through the sales process only to leave your store without buying anything. This has the potential to dramatically increase your revenue with little effort. Think about it, okay? Other than one-off time investment in setting up the automated messages being involved. So it's important to know, however, that the abandoned cart saver functionality only comes with BigCommerce's Plus, Pro, and Enterprise's plan. This makes obtaining this functionality a bit more expensive than with competing products. What about free trial? Now, you can try BigCommerce out for free. Actually, like many of its competitors, BigCommerce offers prospective users a free trial. This is a fully functional and can be used for 15 days. If during that period you don't complete your build, you can usually avail of an extension upon request. So I'm showing you right now the different steps you have to go through if you want to. On the screen right now we have 5 snapshots, and we're going to show you each of them separately. So the first snapshot here, you can see the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth. So this kind of tells you the steps you have to go through to start your free trial. And selling in multiple currencies, it's usually possible also on BigCommerce. You usually get more sales if you sell it in the currency used by your site visitors, right? So if you're selling in multiple currencies, in multiple countries, it's a good idea to let your potential customers choose their own currency, or better still, present products in your site visitors' currency automatically. The really great news is that with BigCommerce free themes, you get a very good multi-currency solution out of the box. One that facilitates automatic currency conversion based on IP address. Fantastic. So, and even cooler here, if you are using a paid for template, you may need to use a third-party app to facilitate multi-currency, but it can be done automatically and cheaply. But overall, one thing I want to say here is that based on our analysis, BigCommerce scores highly when it comes to multi-currency selling. Some competing solutions don't offer this functionality at all. For example, Squarespace doesn't offer that, and others don't provide a fully automatic currency conversion unless you are on an expensive enterprise level plan. Shopify being a key example. Okay, so you have to think about a multi-channel approach to selling. This is something you have to think about. So as with other leading e-commerce platform, BigCommerce does not restrict you to selling on your own online store. You can sell your products on several sales channels. This include Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Google Shopping, and Amazon. What about drop shipping with BigCommerce? Something there's no problem. Fantastic here. Many prospective BigCommerce users will be interested to learn how it handles drop shipping. So just for those who are kind of new to the whole term here, dropshipping is a selling model where you basically don't keep what you are selling in stock. Instead, when you take an order, you send the details to a supplier, and the supplier sends the good to your customer. So the advantage of this model is that you don't need much startup capital, as there is no need to purchase any stock before you start selling. The drawback is that the low startup costs mean that there are a lot of people doing it, and it ends up being quite a competitive business area. You can use BigCommerce to dropship, but in order to do so, you'll need to install a third-party app from BigCommerce's App Store to facilitate it. And there are quite a few apps available to help you dropship with BigCommerce, with key ones including you have AliExpress dropshipping, you have Printful, you have Modelist, you have Inventory Source, you have Spocket, we have Wholesale B2B, and these apps vary in price to use, with free trials being available for some of them. We have actually compared and contrasted those free apps, so check out our videos about that. What about the BigCommerce sales features? Very important to understand. You have point of sale functionality. So a nice feature that we love on BigCommerce is that it doesn't just let you run an online store, it can facilitate selling at point of sale. Thanks to some integrations with various POS providers, including Square, Clover, Hike, and iZettle, you can actually take payment and sync inventory when selling from a physical location, let's say a store, a market stall, or an event. Okay, so this is pretty cool. And you also have to think about tax rules and VAT MOS. So in the US and Canada, one of the challenges of running an online store is that you can end up selling goods in jurisdictions with different tax rates. And the cool thing here is that through BigCommerce, you can actually streamline the whole operation. It's really good. Same thing with in the European Union. And in terms of shipping options, BigCommerce allows you to set up a variety of shipping roles and methods. So you have free shipping rates, flat rates, price-based rates, weight-based rates, in-store pickup. Remember, you can sell at the point of at a point of sale in a physical location, right? So that's pretty cool. And you also have another shipping option. You have real-time shipping rates from third-party carriers. So BigCommerce has an edge over other e-commerce platforms when it comes to third-party real-time shipping rates. You can access this functionality on any of its plans, whereas with leading competitors, you'll usually need to be on the most expensive ones. Again, this is based on our research. And you can actually also enhance your BigCommerce store's functionality via the App Store. And if the standard set of features provided by BigCommerce is not sufficient for your needs, the cool thing here is that you might want to consider purchasing some apps from its App Store, or to call it by its proper name, the Ecommerce Apps Marketplace. And you can add apps that deal with lots of different aspects of running an online business, including accounting, CRM, so this is customer relationship management, marketing, shipping, and so on. Integrations are available for many well-known other businesses. The SAS apps, for example, you'll find apps for MailChimp, Zendesk, Xero, and Salesforce. And this is often a cost associated. There is a cost associated with these apps, but on the plus side, if you really think about things properly, those integrations do open up a world of advanced features for your online stores. So at the end of the day, it's all about pros and cons. It's all about risk and rewards. It's all about investments. So in total, there are around 875 apps available for BigCommerce. This is not as many as Ravel Shopify provides, but a key app which is provided by BigCommerce but not by Shopify is an official integration for MailChimp. I want to talk to you now about interface and user friendliness. This is an important element when we think about e-commerce platforms in general. So with BigCommerce, their interface is in general straightforward and user-friendly. It is relatively similar in quality and appearance to Shopify's and Squarespace's. It is not entirely dissimilar to a WordPress dashboard either. Anyone familiar with the contemporary content management system, CMS, should find it pretty easy to use. Okay, so this is not really that complicated. But while not yet as sophisticated as Squarespace's layout engine or the new WordPress Gutenberg editor, we've seen that BigCommerce's platform or interface involves a similar concept. So it's there, the quality is there. And additionally, while the page builder is a potentially useful new development, there is scope to implement a lot better. In other words, there is scope for improvement here. And based on our test, we've seen that sometimes it was buggy while we were testing the page builder. But this is something that BigCommerce is thinking about improving, and they're constantly working on it. And so, and also you can only access the page builder if you go to the theme customizer. So if you navigate to the web page you want to edit on the back end, all you see is a rather old-fashioned WYSIWYG, what you get editor. So this is kind of confusing. What about SEO features? Well, this is something that you'll be really happy if you use BigCommerce, because they are they're pretty strong here. All the basics are covered nicely. It's easy to edit BigCommerce page titles, meta descriptions, and headers. You can also create and change product-specific URLs without difficulty. And unlike some competing products, notably Shopify and Squarespace, you can actually create short URLs, your domain.com/products name instead of your domain.com/products/product name. And this is generally considered better for an SEO point of view. And you also have what I said earlier, the AMP. So using accelerated mobile pages in BigCommerce. If you're somebody who likes to keep on top of trends in web development, and you probably have noticed that a lot of websites nowadays are using AMPs prominently. And AMP is a Google-backed project that aims to deliver your site content extremely quickly to mobile users, mainly by creating streamlined pages that strip out certain types of codes, scripts, and features, for example, blog comments. All right, so, and you have that with BigCommerce. and also image optimization. So images that are they're actually sized correctly for the device they're on, and which load quickly can improve page speed significantly, with faster loading pages being given preferential treatment by Google in search results. And so this is something where BigCommerce is also very strong. They will help you actually optimize your images pretty quickly. And one thing we have found also on BigCommerce is blogging. If this is something you love, you will be very pleased with BigCommerce, because we all know that blogging is a key part of any successful inbound marketing campaign. And when done well, it can improve a site's SEO and by extension, traffic to it, and also the conversion, right? So BigCommerce is pretty cool in this aspect. They have wonderful, what I would call integration, wonderful third-party integrations with email marketing tools such as GetResponse, Aweber, or MailChimp. And one thing we have seen, and this is something that BigCommerce needs to work on, email marketing. This is a missing feature, something that is provided by leading competitors, but is currently missing from BigCommerce's feature set is email marketing. So BigCommerce, if you're listening, please, you want to plug that gap. Really. Right now, you don't have it. You need to have it, because unlike Wix, Shopify, and Squarespace, BigCommerce does not yet provide you with a way to host a mailing list and send e-newsletters out of the box. However, integrations are available for BigCommerce with most of the leading email marketing solutions, as I mentioned earlier, Aweber, MailChimp, GetResponse, and so on and so forth. And but these apps tend to provide a lot more functionality than the built-in email marketing tools provided by online store builders. What about analytics reports? This is pretty cool. With BigCommerce, you have a wide constellation of reports you can look into. You have customer reports, marketing reports, search data reports, finance reports, abandoned cart reports, assuming your plan supports this feature. And so this is something you have to think about. And so in short, what I want to say here is that the BigCommerce analytics, the offering on the analytics offering is pretty strong. And the best thing about it is that the bulk of the reporting functionality comes as standard on all plans. So it's not, so you don't have to actually upgrade to a higher paid plan to actually benefit from it. Even on the $29.99 plan, you have it. That's fantastic. And this allows you to provide adequate privacy and cookie notices. Those are things that are part of the GDPR compliance, right? GDPR stands for what? General Data Protection Regulation. That's the European law when it comes to data privacy. And with BigCommerce, this is fantastic. You are in full compliance. You can provide adequate privacy and cookie notices. You can process and store data securely. You can get clear consent from people signing up to a mailing list. And you need to actually BigCommerce provides a means to opt in or revoke consent to use of non-essential cookies on a website before visitors actually are exposed to them. So BigCommerce is pretty cool on that front. What about customer support? Now, we found that customer support is an area where BigCommerce still needs to work on. They really need to work on that. They have room for improvement. So when you start a BigCommerce free trial, you are provided with various support emails and resources aimed at helping you with the onboarding process. There is a fair amount of handholding available if you want it, which should make it easier enough to get your store up and running. Now, for those who have purchased a BigCommerce plan, the company provides 24-hour live agent customer support. It is not hugely clear on their website what the 24/7 bit covers. I mean, we tested it and it's still not clear. And we don't know if it covers phone, chat, or email. And before you get access to relevant contact details, you are encouraged to try to resolve the issue by searching for an answer to your query via the BigCommerce help pages first. So this is not really interesting, especially if you just want to have a quick answer. They want you to go through all their FAQ, and it's pretty annoying. I mean, even I personally, when I have to go through this, it's just not always interesting, because this will annoy some users a bit, right? Because even though, don't get me wrong, even though you are presented with fairly easy to digest contact details and data points, you still sometimes want to talk to people. You can also skip the step button to bypass this and you can go to the phone numbers and the live chat options. Of course, phone numbers, when we tried this, we never got anybody on the phone. For the live chat options, people didn't come quickly, so it was a little bit complicated in terms of customer service, but they're still working on it, I guess. Yeah, with when we called them, and we called them 3 times on 3 different dates, maybe they were busy. And yeah, so just want to close that chapter here. And in terms of customer support, you also have BigCommerce on iOS and Android apps. So although after several years without a mobile app available, the good news is that BigCommerce has reintroduced one. So available for both Android and iOS. It allows you to manage your store on the go. So it allows you to access all your stores within one login. You can check your store's revenue, orders, visitors, and conversion rate. You can actually view and search your store's orders, access individual order details, and update order status. You can view and search all of your store's customers, access individual customer details. You can contact customers via an in-app phone and email links. So this is pretty cool. And the reviews for the app they're good. They were initially poor, but BigCommerce seems to have fixed some key bugs, and they have been receiving quite a positive reaction from users now. This is really good. So what are the pros and cons? You've heard a lot of stuff about BigCommerce. Let's just talk about the pros and cons here. What are the pros of BigCommerce? The overall feature in our analysis, based on our analysis, the overall feature set on entry-level BigCommerce plans is very comprehensive. Many advanced features that other platforms charge a premium for are available at a much lower cost with BigCommerce. It makes selling in multiple currencies straightforward. Third-party real-time shipping calculations are available on any plan. This is pretty cool because it distinguishes BigCommerce from key competitors like Squarespace and Shopify, which require you to be on a premium plan to avail of this functionality. There are no transaction fees applied by BigCommerce, even if you use a third-party payment gateway. You get a good set of reporting tools on all plans. Again, this is not the case with all competing products. It's really easy to use, and it's really easy to create custom fields. Allowing customers to upload files during their purchase is really straightforward. It comes with built-in product review functionality. It comes with drag and drop page builder functionality. This needs a bit of improvement, however, based on our analysis. And its SEO features are great. You can create short URLs. AMP format is available on all its templates. And what we've seen here is that automatic image optimization is included on all plans. This is fantastic. We love the abandoned cart saver tool, right? You get an unlimited number of staff accounts on any plan. It comes with the built-in blog. You can actually also, we love the fact that you have a built-in cookie consent that is pretty cool when it comes to complying with GDPR requirements. And you can try the product free for 15 days. Those are the pros. What about the cons? So by comparison to some of its competitors, you have to pay quite a lot to have access to abandoned cart functionality. Limits are placed on annual online sales, and if you exceed them, you'll need to upgrade to a more expensive monthly plan. The free themes are in most cases too similar to each other. The number of typefaces included in the free themes is very limited. The page builder functionality needs quite a bit of improvement based on our experience. It can be a bit buggy and is confusingly implemented. And unlike some competing products, there is no shipping discounts available on any plan. And it could be a bit easier to edit the free templates, but right now it's not. And the built-in blog does not facilitate RSS feeds, and the VAT must rates could be better catered for. And last but not the least, they could also improve their customer service and make the whole process more transparent in terms of if a user has a question, they could reach someone ASAP, and what the 24/7 customer availability means, really. Now, last but not the least, I want to talk a little bit about the competitors. So as you have probably picked up on as a result of listening to this BigCommerce review, the platform's main competitor is probably Shopify, which is similarly priced and comes with a similar range of basic features. You have abandoned cart saver aside. I mean, so Shopify has, I would say, a similar constellation of basic features. Abandoned cart saver set aside, right? One thing we have found is that BigCommerce built-in features is generally more, their feature set is generally more generous. But let's talk about Shopify a little bit. So Shopify, you see that this is the number one competitor for BigCommerce. We actually covered also, we compared and contrasted Shopify to BigCommerce to WooCommerce. So you might want to check our review of those three players. Another option when it comes to building an online store is to use WordPress in conjunction with an e-commerce tool such as Ecommerce or WooCommerce. And this is something that's very cool. You might also wish to investigate Squarespace, which helps you actually. I mean, Squarespace, the whole thing about Squarespace is that you need to be great at coding. You need to have a knack for coding, for designing websites, because the constellation of features is fantastic, but it's for another level of players, another level of designers. But that's pretty cool. And if you already have a website that you're happy with and you wish to add e-commerce functionality to it, you can check out Ecommerce. And this lets you create a store which you can then add to any site through the addition of a simple widget. Finally, other well-known solutions which facilitate the building of online stores include Wix, Jimdo, and Weebly. But it's probably fair to say that these are more prosumer products. In other words, they are like professional and consumer products. Because BigCommerce is aimed at a more professional e-commerce focused markets. All right, so we're showing you right now Wix, Jimdo, and Weebly. All right, folks, thank you so much for your attention in today's conversation. I was doing an in-depth review of BigCommerce. What I want to say here is that BigCommerce is one of the most feature-packed hosted online store builders that we have actually tested. And the cool thing here is that the BigCommerce entry-level plan provides significantly more bang for the buck than many competitors out there. Hands down. It's very strong on the SEO front, with great AMP functionality and automatic image optimization features being provided out of the box. So you don't have to buy anything extra here. We also love the fact that BigCommerce's multi-currency selling functionality is fantastic and possibly the strongest argument for using this product over a competing one. The main things that need improvement in BigCommerce will probably be the template selection, the customer service, and also the email marketing session, right? For the template selection, this is important because we think that the free options, the free templates provided could be more varied. They're not quite as editable as they should be, and it would be better if they give you access to a full range of web fonts. And the new page builder functionality, while welcome, needs to be implemented better. So our overall rating for BigCommerce after this in-depth review is 9.5 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention, folks. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.